that's not gonna really be like lo-fi quality stuff. And then other than that, it's just like the plain, just as is microphone, like that's in the phone, built in and stuff. And that one is just that one ain't good. Well, I mean, it can be, but like at the same time, I don't know. I feel like this is still a little better than that. So anyway, that's what we're doing tonight. And all I really have planned to do is just kind of ramble, because unlike my last few rambling videos, I actually have a fair amount of things to ramble about this time. I mean, maybe not super exciting things, but like all things I'm definitely interested in, you know? So, yeah. Anyway, so that's pretty much it. So just like, sit back and relax, and hopefully you enjoy hearing people yap, because that's my favorite thing to do. So, I kind of view making these rambling videos, whenever I like specifically do a rambling video, I always see it as like kind of like writing in a diary, because every time I do a rambling video, I kind of just talk about really like low stake things, and things that are just like not that crazy, like just stuff about my day, whether it was crazy or not. I just talk about it, so it kind of feels like diary entries, which is pretty cool. And sometimes it can be interesting, I guess, but for the most part, not really. Or at least what I talk about is interesting to me. Like when I talk about horror movies or a certain game, like if it's interesting to me, I'm gonna talk about it, because, I mean, naturally, that's what people do when they like stuff. Anyway, first topic I want to talk about is a new pair of shoes that I got. So, these were like my last, like, I kind of had like a wish list thing going on, or like a personal, like, to get list, like, how you have to do lists. This was like a to get list of a few different things, and I have finally gotten everything on my to get list. On my to get list, there was these shoes, a hoodie from my favorite band, not Korn. Korn is my second favorite band, but I'm gonna gatekeep my first favorite band, because not many people know about them, and I'm feeling particularly annoying today, so I'm gonna gatekeep that. But got a hoodie from them, and then the Little Nightmares 3 Spiral Edition. I got it. I know I talked about it a few videos ago, about not being sure if I wanted to get it or not. I talked about it again, about definitely wanting to get it, but like it was always out of stock. I got it on Friday. I pre-ordered it, and it comes out on the 10th of October. So, very much looking forward to that, and I am more than likely it's more than likely that I'll make like an unboxing video about it, because it comes with a lot of stuff, and I'm very excited. So that was like the main thing to get on my to get list. So the shoes, the hoodie, that, and then also Clair Obscur Expedition 33, the game that a lot of people really loved, and I honestly didn't know much about it, so I was kind of going in blind. I got that game, and I've been playing that for a few days. In fact, it's on my TV right now. I kind of paused it to make this video, so I'm loving it. I really am. I mean, the hype is well deserved. That's another thing I'll be talking about later on in this video, probably. So yeah, I think that's everything that was on my to get list. But yeah, pretty cool. So anyway, the shoes. So I have like my main shelf of shoes, like over there. Not like right here over there, but like over there on the other side of my room. Where that's like my day-to-day normal looking shoes. There's like 12, 13 different pairs of shoes over there, but there's 3 pairs of shoes lined up right here that are like my main, like custom, very nice, very awesome looking pair of shoes that I only wear because the headphone cord managed to stay in and hold it up. That is like the strongest headphone work I've ever seen. Hang on, let me pick up this shoe. Yeah, that's what happened there. My bad. But that's crazy. I did not expect this thin little headphone cord to be able to do that. Pretty crazy. Anyway, this is the other shoe that I've shown before. So these aren't the new ones. The new ones are these. Look at that. Friday the 13th. Jason Voorhees inspired shoes. You got like a little blood spatter going around it. And then you got Friday the 13th on the side with a machete with Jason's face on it. Then on the cover you got Jason's mask right there. And then like a little Friday the 13th symbol or thing right there. Little charm thingy. Yeah, I got, and then of course the color pattern, black, white, and red is awesome. Yeah, I got these shoes very recently, and I love them very much. I've been wanting to get Friday the 13th shoes for a long time now, and I finally did. And I ended up spending like $50 less than I originally planned to with these shoes, because I was originally going to get a different pair that I saw that was pretty cool. Like, I liked the design of them, and they were $100. Then I saw these on eBay for $50, and I love these way more because they fit like the 80s vibe way more, which is like the time period when Friday the 13th came out. And the colors make more sense, and I like the style of the shoe more. The only reason I like the other pair even slightly more is just because like on the side it had like a much more detailed picture, and that was it. Everything else, this one did better. So it was like obvious which one to get. Then it also says Friday the 13th on the inside, in the sole. But yeah, very, very nice. And this is the pair that I'm not gonna wear unless it's like a certain occasion, like maybe a Halloween party or something. And I'm not gonna wear them unless I'm wearing a Jason Voorhees t-shirt, or my Friday the 13th jersey, or maybe even my pajamas. I'm not gonna wear these unless I have something else Friday the 13th related on me, you know? I'm just getting in a little bit of tapping sounds because, like, I won't have much more tapping sounds in this video than this right here. Okay. So yeah, I got those. They're very nice, very awesome, very cool. I love them. So yeah, I'm getting more and more Jason Voorhees related things because, as you all know, unless you're new to the channel, if you're not new, then you probably already know, that Jason Voorhees is my favorite horror character ever. And Michael Myers kind of comes close, but like overall it's Jason by a mile. And I don't think that's ever going to change. So, because I've officially seen like 311 horror movies, and out of all of them, Jason remains my favorite character. I mean, The Shining is my favorite movie, but as for character, it's Jason. So, and if that were to change now, I probably just wouldn't let it, because I have too many Jason related things now. Because I got the shoes, I got a mask, I got socks, I got 2 t-shirts, I got the pajamas, I got a jersey, I got like 3 different posters, and then like a sign, and then I got a little Lego figure of him and an action figure of him, and I also have the Friday the 13th game. It's still, every time get so mad, dude. I'm so upset they shut down this. Well, the server shut down we knew about, but then they decided to give everything in the game to all the players for free because of the server shutting down. So they wanted everybody to be able to like enjoy the game offline, but like with access to all the free stuff, to everything. So they made everything free, and they gave everything to all the players. So like, if you had just got the game right before the server shut down, and you were like level 1 with Jason, and didn't have much of him, once the server shut down, you were able to play as any of the Jasons, no matter what your level was. And like your level was automatically maxed out to like 150, and you had all the kills and all the perks and everything. They made all that accessible. And then when I went back to play it a few months ago, it was all gone. It was all gone. For some reason, I couldn't access any of the free stuff anymore. And even the stuff I had already unlocked was gone as well. It had like completely reset me back to like level 0. It took everything away. And I don't know why. I don't know why I did that. I don't know if it was like a glitch or they decided to do that for some reason or what, but it made me so mad, dude. I get so like mad and sad every time I even think about playing that game. It's like you can still play it, but like only with a few options of Jason Voorhees, and not my favorite ones. But it is what it is. But there's a new Halloween game coming out with Michael Myers, and from what I've read, it's supposed to be like inspired by that Friday the 13th game, and I hope that's true because I really love the way they set up the Friday the 13th game. I really did. So I'm really looking forward to that. But yeah, Jason's my favorite, and I think it's pretty obvious. All I need to do now is just get a tattoo related to Jason. I don't know. It's probably going to be his mask. Most likely it's going to be his mask. I'm probably going to get his mask and then eventually either upgrade that tattoo to something bigger. But yeah. I need to get as many Jason related things as I can. The only downside to him being my favorite is like if I were to dress up as him for Halloween, I would like be suffering the entire time because that dude wears a mask, gloves, thick like cargo pants, and then a shirt, and then like a sweater, and then a coat, and then thick boots. Did I mention the gloves? Like to suit up as Jason, you are going to be burning up. That is guaranteed. Even if it was like 30 degrees out, I would still burn up. That's the only downside. But it would be worth it, I guess. But most likely, I would just wear the jersey and the shoes and my mask for a Halloween costume because it's not technically dressed as Jason, but like it gets my point across. Yeah, that's what it gets my point across. That I like Jason Voorhees. Anyway, so yeah, I got those shoes a few days ago, and then yesterday I finally went to the theater and saw the new Conjuring movie, which, speaking of favoritism in horror-related things, The Conjuring is my favorite horror franchise. So I was very much looking forward to it, and I was not disappointed. I really liked it. I mean, I'm biased, so I'm obviously going to give all the Conjuring movies like a 10 out of 10 in my book. My favorite Conjuring movie is still Conjuring 2, and I would have to go back and rewatch the third and first one to find out where the fourth one ranks in it, but like going off from what I remember right now, I would say my favorite Conjuring movie is Conjuring 2, and then 1, and then 4, and then 3. If I had to like guess as to like how I feel about them, you know. But I need to go back and rewatch the first and third one soon. Honestly, I'll just probably wait a little bit and then just rewatch all 4 of them, including the spin-offs like The Nun and Annabelle, which aren't as great especially the Nun. But I still like them because they're horror. They're horror movies, and they're related to The Conjuring, so I still like them. But yeah, I saw the new one. I won't spoil anything, obviously, but I very much enjoyed it. Um, it it kind of reminded me. It like they kind of set it up the same way they set up Conjuring 2, but I mean, I don't really see how they can do it any different because it's based on a true story, so they can't really do anything super new, you know? It's always about like the Warrens and then a random family having split stories for like half the movie, and then the family that's not the Warrens in the movie, you always see them going through all the torment of the evil spirit or demon in their house, and then the Warrens going through like their lectures and like not wanting to get back into solving the cases because how dangerous it can be. And then Lorraine starts having visions, or her daughter starts having visions, and then eventually they meet, they know, and they have to go help this family, so they go, and then the stories merge to like finally stop the evil, and then that's when like, you know, they set up in the house and then take care of the evil spirit. Like that's like what the Conjuring movies kind of do, like most of the time, because that's how it kind of went down in real life. So when movies are based off true stories, it's kind of hard to do something different for like the second one or the third or the fourth one if it's still based off true stories, because in real life you're not going to see like a whole house getting blown up and demons shooting out into the sky like in Ghostbusters. You know, you're not going to see that because in real life that wouldn't happen. I mean, it could, but we haven't seen it yet, so. But anyway, I really liked it. Like I said, 10 out of 10. Um, yeah, and oh, Clair Obscur 33. Right, I've been playing that game. I'm like, I just started Act 2. Well, yeah, I just started Act 2. Actually, I would say like I'm like 2 hours into Act 2. Yeah. But it's a very, very good game. My favorite character is probably either, I don't know, I really like Mel. I really like her, but also Gustav. Gustav is really awesome. And the fighting style, I'll be honest, like a few years ago I didn't like that type of fighting style that Clair Obscur has, where it's like a turn-based fighting style. Um, I'm more used to fighting style like Skyrim, or GTA, or really majority of games where they're just like one-on-one instant right there in your face. Now where it's like taking turns and it's like strategic, right? I used to not really like that, and then I played Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic for the first time, and I really got into it. I really enjoyed that type of combat system. So after playing like both the Knights of the Old Republic games, and then Greedfall is another game that has that type of fighting style. If you want to, you don't have to like. It's not exactly turn-based, I guess, but like you can pause it and like strategize and all that. So like those games aren't as heavy with like the turn-based compared to this, but like it kind of prepared me for this, and I really like it, honestly. And I like the plot, and then the voice acting and all that is really good too, and the humor is awesome and very funny, and like the characters' chemistry together is like, it's good. It's like something you would see in a movie, like Gustav and Mel have like a brother-sister type of chemistry bond, and I mean they represent it very well. And but like the main bad guy, I forget his name. I only heard his name like once so far, but the dude with the white hair. That kind of caught me off guard because he was like part of like the original expedition, and then he turned on them. But I won't spoil anything about why. But that's revealed, or like he attacks like early in the game. So, yeah, and then bots or newts or some, I forget what they're called, but like the friendly people in the game, that like you trade with and all that. They're really cool, and they're very funny also. And fighting them is kind of crazy because they like get like 10 times their own size whenever you fight them, and the parrying system is like, it can be very close. I've never been that great with parrying in games. I usually just go for dodges because parrying doesn't really work out for me. But I'm kind of like getting better with it thanks to this game, or at least this game specifically. I'm decent with it. And then my favorite character to use while fighting is probably, I forget her name. Actually, I can kind of see my screen from here. Is it Seal or Soul? Soul? The girl that uses like the cards. I like using her. Like the way I have her set up, I can get her to be really powerful with certain attacks. That's really good. And then I also like using Mel. I mainly got her using like fire related attacks, but like she can be pretty powerful too. But yeah, I really like it, and it's a surprisingly long game. I don't usually expect these like non-open world games to be this long, but like it is pretty long. It's like 30 hours long or something. So yeah, I'm really liking it though. But anyway, I think that was all the main things I wanted to talk about: the game, the movie, and then my shoes. Yeah, those are all like my main new things going on. Schools, nothing really happening with school right now. Kind of just same boring stuff. Um, yeah, not a whole lot going on other than that, honestly. Um, but anyway, that's pretty much it. So, thank you all very much for listening to me yap. I always love to